Hello and welcome to the 8th episode of the Defiance Central Podcast. For those who don't know, especially with us being on Lust Stream, I'm Jembu, one of the guys, well, basically the guy who started Defiance Central, and also we have Defiance Cal that you've been with all day. Say hello, Cal.
Hello, everyone.
And we also have Matt Track, who is our podcast extraordinaire.
Hi.
I'll tell you answer this like hi.
And that's the end of the podcast.
That's the end of the podcast as usual. Right. Now, as we've had this opportunity, Lust has let us take over his stream for a little bit. How are you then, Lust? How are you?
I'm doing good, just sorting out various bugs in the game at the moment. Like my audio is muted. There we go. I'm gonna lower that down so everyone can hear over you. Or hear all of you.
Right, for the guys who don't know who you are, can you just please explain to us what you do then?
I'm just a partnered live streamer at Twitch TV where I stream general gameplay and commentary of things I want to do. I don't do necessarily any reviews, but I do answer questions to people who are curious about certain games that I am playing that show interest. I used to be a game reviewer and moderator for MMOsite.com, where they have over 3 million registered users, but I long since passed that. And now this is what I do in my spare time. Oh my god, I'm going to get killed by Monolith. Oh, I didn't realize I was driving towards him.
For the guys that don't know where you are, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitch TV /Lust.
Okay, and you on any of the Twitter or social sites?
I am. You can find me on Twitter at Lusty TV. You can find me on Facebook at Lusty TV as well. And my YouTube is Lusts TV.
There we go. So you're on all the major platforms, which is epic. We're going to be sure to link you on all of them anyway. And I've lost my notes. How good is that?
Oh.
Right. The first thing that we're going to be covering is some of the news that we've received over the last week, and that is the actual beta details. They're coming up shortly. We are getting the console betas, so that's the PS3 and the Xbox, and we're also getting the another PC beta, which is coming up next week, isn't it?
Yes,
correct.
Yes, on the 22nd of March.
And for those who have already pre-ordered and such like that, there's been speak of where your beta invites are at the moment. So if you haven't got your beta invites, then all you need to do is check check your retailers to begin with. Anybody else want to say anything about it?
I'd like to add in, if you guys want to go ahead and have the chat up too, people are also asking things to you guys. I don't know if you have the stream chat open.
I'm watching.
I need 3 monitors.
Yes, both Matt and me will take care of that.
All right.
Right. Yeah, too many windows, too many stuff. Right, yeah, so the PC beta is next weekend. The PS3 beta starts on, the 19th, isn't it?
I
think so.
Tuesday,
Hold on 1 second, I'll
Tuesday,
tell
I
you.
think.
Tuesday
Tuesday?
is the 19th, yes.
It's been said that the 3 betas are running for different periods of time, whereas the PC gets the weekend, the PS3 is about 3 or 4 days, isn't it? And
Yeah,
the Xbox is 2 days, if I remember rightly.
Yes,
the
and
PC is the 22nd to the 24th, the PS3 is the 19th to the 25th, and the 360 is the 25th to the 26th.
Damn, your Google skills are good.
It's all on the website.
And it's been asked quite a bit why the Xbox 360 is so much shorter than all the other betas. This has something to do with Microsoft. That's pretty much all that's been said and all that we know. But that is not a restriction that's coming off Tryon, I believe.
Yeah.
So that's important to point out.
It seems to be that they're always putting their foot in little in stuff, isn't it? Like they stop us doing the cross-platform and all that sort of jazz.
Yeah, they do that.
That seems to be the general impression of Microsoft at the moment. Yes.
I just want to have a general consensus of the guys watching the stream. What are you going to be playing on? Are you going to be doing PS3, Xbox, or the PC?
PC here.
I'll personally be playing on the PC.
I think generally
PC for
all
my
the
as well- for
guys
me as well.
here are going to be PC. So
Generally, from StreamChat at the moment, it is mostly PC is dominant, and then I would say about even between PS3 and Xbox.
I'm
Although
actually
I
surprised
think-
about the people that are putting PS3.
I actually do think that it's not a really fair like judgment, because I mean most PlayStation 3 and Xbox players will not generally watch the Twitch streams, so I guess that's
There's a
someone
wall
just said he
there,
will be
Lust.
playing on the Nintendo Wii. That will be quite interesting.
Oh, how depressing.
No.
Nintendo, the Wii, or even worse, the Wii U.
Oh.
Well, considering their sales, I don't see that happening. Oh snap!
I like to hope.
Aye.
I like to hope. I like to hope.
Right, so we've seen recently, this weekend, that Twitch partners like us have been able to stream the Defiance. This is the alpha build, isn't it, Lus?
Yes, it is.
And how far have you managed to actually get through without giving any major NDA spoilers or anything like that? As we're
Well, I
gonna
just
be
ended
showing
up in
video?
the water just now. But I made it let's see, my primary story or missions right now are in Marin, so I don't know, maybe that's far. That's in the 3rd zone. Yeah.
What's your ego rating?
My ego rating is 320.
Okay, there you go. And that's after how many hours of playing?
That's actually hard to define because Caliber and I decided to mess around a bit instead of actually go straight towards a certain goal. So I would say maybe 5 to 6 hours, maybe 10 at tops, getting to 320.
Mm.
And we've played for about 28 hours so far, I think.
Yes.
And we're not done yet. We still have about 5 hours in us. Or well, I'm forced to play for 5 more hours apparently.
Yes, we're holding a gun to your head, Cal. Although we are keeping you on camera just so you're not falling asleep.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's the
yes.
reason Cal's on camera right now, guys. If you see him falling asleep, yell out in chat.
We're also still waiting for one of the little challenges that we gave for people not too long ago in one of the other podcasts to actually draw Cal being shocked to find that the servers are down on patch day. So if there's any artists in the actual channel, please take a look at the Cal's face and do us some sketches. We would love to see it.
And there might be, I might give someone something for that. Could be a Dota 2 keychain, could be a copy of Defiance. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll see.
I know many of the viewers actually wanted me, to see me do the Paradise Hot Pursuit, so I'll do that while you guys chatter about a bit.
No problem, man. Anything that we can actually show would be awesome. You've been doing quite a few of the different not side missions, but other entertaining bits that we actually saw in the the Tryon live stream on Fridays, such as the races and such like that, haven't you?
Yes, I have actually gotten gold on every single one of them so far.
Right, can you explain? This is actually pretty decent, as Greg did quite a few races on Friday. Can you explain a little bit about the races for us, and just explain basically what they're doing? Oh no!
Lust, that's for you.
Okay, we seem to have lost Lust.
I think
Have we lost Lust?
I seem to. Oh, okay. Yeah, he has to. I think he had to get up for a moment. So.
Oh no, I remember while we were setting up, he was saying he'd ordered pizza.
Oh yeah, he has to go get pizza.
Okay.
Right,
Well,
there we go.
we will
then.
Races!
like
Races. No, this is the point.
I'm
We
sorry
always
about that. I
tend to
God, I had to
derail
order pizza.
on
I
something
forgot
like
to-
this.
Just decided to leave. I forgot I had to order pizza. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, push to talk is an actual thing for now. Yeah, not just putting your hand up, going, hey, we're waving.
I just like on webcam, just like fuck this podcast. I'm out of here.
someone actually said like what the fuck at that point, I think, as well in chat.
Oh man.
I'm sorry about that, guys.
It's fine.
Right. Yes, we were asking you in mid-conversation that you've been doing the races and Greg had been doing the races on Friday. Can you explain a little bit of what goes on? And I feel like you've just trolled me something chronic.
What goes on in the races? Are you explaining or asking me to explain the mechanics?
Yeah, basically, because Greg explained them, you can explain them.
Jump through shiny hoops.
Jump through shiny
Um,
hoops.
Essentially, what it is when you start a time trial mission, as they're called, you get put onto what are these things called? The Hannibal, and you then get a countdown at 3. You can pretty much start the race. You have to complete a certain amount of laps. Usually, it's 2 within a time frame. I would give an example for one. One of them you needed to complete 2 laps in 3 minutes and 25 seconds. If you hit that 3 minutes and 25 seconds, you would get gold. If you got a little bit higher than that, you'd get silver, and so on. And if you went too far, you wouldn't get any rewards whatsoever. And during the races, you had to actually hit rings. You couldn't just go take shortcuts. You had to actually go through rings. Some of the rings actually contained power-ups that would recharge your boost. So you can continue to turbo through the race or at certain sections of the race.
Okay, and what kind of rewards are we looking at?
Rewards varied based on the race. I got anywhere from script, resources, and even modifications.
Okay, so it is quite a nice way to spend your time when you're not on the main mission.
Yes.
And going along with other stuff that you can do, and I've just flicked my microphone for some reason. The hot shots and stuff like that. Have you actually tried any of them?
I've done a few of them. Yes, I've done the chicken one, the insect extermination with the minigun. I've done quite a few. Yes.
I've also just realised that we skipped way forward for what I was on about.
Oh, it's fine. a box of hat. God. A box of hat. I was trying to say a hat with a bunch of pieces of paper in it, but now we have a box of hats. I'm sorry.
And now you're just speaking gobbledygook.
I'm sorry.
As usual.
I apologize.
Right, and for those who are watching the stream, as you can see, Lusty is actually doing a race as we're speaking, and you can see the boost rings and stuff like that. So I didn't actually realise there was car races.
Oh, this is a hot pursuit. This is the Challenger hot pursuit, I believe.
Ah. Right. The going back to the betas and stuff like that, we have an NDA lift coming up for the betas. Well, for the beta weekend. This is the last chance. They've told us that we're going to be able to play the game before launch. So as of the 22nd, people who are in the beta can actually stream and make content for it. We ourselves, we're going to be streaming. I know Carl's itching to be able to stream on his channel, aren't you, mate?
Yes. I'm really happy I got the opportunity to join Lost this weekend to at least play with him on his stream, and that has been really great.
Have
But
you
I
got
am
any plans for the weekend?
I will be streaming on the beta weekend, and as everyone knows, come launch, I will be streaming full-time Defiance. So yeah, I'll be there. No worries.
You going to be playing Lust?
Yes, I will be, and I will be also streaming.
Okay. Any chance of seeing you two streaming together?
Most likely.
Yes, most likely. He's a partner in crime now at this point in time.
Also, regarding the NDA live, when the NDA lives, we will be uploading all the footage of what we've played in Defiance so far to various channels. I think up until this point we have over 20 hours worth. Not sure if we're bringing everything out, but at least some portions will be available for the people who are itching to see more about Defiance and have not been able to catch the live streams.
Not sure if we can upload the alpha footage. You have to get permission for that.
Yeah, we'll find
I am
out.
pretty sure they said in the Twitch email that after the NDA was lifted, you could upload the broadcast as well. Though.
It's the beta footage. I don't think we can do the alpha footage.
Oh,
unfortunately.
well, then I misunderstood that. Then ignore that.
But we will find out. We're in contact with Trine, so there's no doubt that we can ask them, and they'll either throw down the ban hammer on it or they'll let us do it. Anyway.
Someone wants to see the flying Delorean again.
The flying Delorean. Well, we'll try and recreate that one next week. There is a thing with people pre-ordering, like we were saying, about checking your with your retailers for your beta codes and stuff like that. People on consoles, it doesn't quite work properly like that. There's, like with the PC, you get MMORPG and people like that who give you beta codes. Now they're for the PC only. Now, to get a beta code to try out Defiance, they're saying that people who are on PlayStation Plus should be getting an invite in their inboxes, and people who are on their Xbox, who play on their Xbox, keep an eye out for the live stream on Friday and Wednesday. They're probably going to be giving away some keys on there as well. Anybody else going to be trying to get one for that and trying it out on the consoles?
If I can get my Xbox 360 hooked up, I may try for a beta key. I'm not sure. I just got a bronze reward on this. I also want to throw in that I'm going to go ahead and throw up a GIF on the stream at the moment real quick so I can block out the screen real quick. I'm going to go order some. I'm not going to order, leave the stream. I'm going to still here answer questions, but I'm going to go place an order for some pizza. Then I'll continue with some pizza. Yep.
Right. I'll probably try it out for the PS3. I mean, for me to play online with the 360, I would need to have a gold membership, and I don't want to do it.
Well, you do and you don't you? Because to be able to play online, you don't need a gold membership.
Yeah, you do.
Yes.
I thought it was only
one of the requirements. One of the requirements for Defiance is that you have a gold membership. Defiance is one of the many games that actually requires a gold membership of Xbox 360 to play, which was revealed during the IGN interview with Rob Hill.
Ah, I must have missed that bit. No, so
yeah, it's Microsoft being Microsoft.
Pretty much.
So yeah, if you want to beat a code, go for it on the live streams, and if you want a PS3, then get your. Well, isn't it the same for the PlayStation Plus? Because you got to pay for that.
But well, yeah, if you want to get into beta, yeah, but you don't actually have to have PlayStation Plus to play online. PlayStation Plus is an optional service that you get stuff like free games and discounts and stuff like that. But no, it's not required to play online. It's just optional.
Okay, let's move on to some of the little bits of nitty gritty that went on in the actual live stream. Maybe when Lust gets back, he can show some of this. They showed off the salvage matrix for the first time on the live stream, so that's a way how you modify your weapons and stuff like that. If you want to explain a little bit about the salvage matrix.
The salvage matrix allows you to salvage your old weapons into resources. It also allows you to add modification slots to your current weapons, and it allows you to do one thing more that seems to have slipped my mind. For those not aware,
Breakdown?
I have not been sleeping a hell of a lot this weekend since we've been able to be streaming Defiance finally. So, hang on. Oh, and of course, the salvage matrix is your UI to add mods to weapons.
Okay, I just want to ask something. Bleak Partner 007, is that number 81 or is that number 80?
That must be number 81, because I just linked the number 81 that Lance just tweeted like 20 minutes ago also as well, and that's a different one. So we currently, as we're recording the podcast, we have 81 Arkfall Codes, and two were released today on Twitter.
Okay, and I'm actually going to say this. We've actually kept away from announcing stuff like the Arc code for the Arkfall Codes. Dead Phoenix on the actual official forums is doing a hell of a job rounding up the people to find them. So by the looks of it, this is K880P4. So Kilo 880 Papa 4. If you guys want to add that code now.
And the number 81 is Delta Tango Zero Charlie Hotel. What's the Z in military alphabet? Zulu. Yes, of course, Zulu.
I also want to point out that this podcast is going to be more off rails than usual, but we're cool with that. We're very friendly people. None of us get angry at anything.
Much.
Yeah.
There is one thing that I do want to say about the way we're doing this podcast. This is something that we may be doing in the future, is live streaming the podcasts when we can actually hook everybody up onto a live stream. So this is also like a how do you call it? Well, a beta for us, an alpha test for us on a live stream podcast. So thank you very much for taking part in all this.
I'm tempted to say this right now because I'm ordering the pizza and asked me if I want to put any special instructions. Do the viewers want any special instructions for me to put into the order?
They want mermaids in Defiance and preferably on top of your pizza.
Something that's actually possible for the delivery to.
So,
just don't ask for the vehicle to be powered by Hellboy poop.
I just want to explain this on the podcast, so there's actually a record of it. There's currently floating on the Defiance forums a thread about mermaids, and if there's going to be mermaid outfits in Defiance. I do apologize for this, but this question was asked during the stream yesterday, and at this point we were kind of tired and we were messing around, so this kind of changed into a topic of its own. I do hope it's not going to be too major, but I do expect that topic to hit at least 7 pages before the end of the day, please. Thank you.
I'm going to put the special instructions right out on a piece of note paper, hello stream, and then give it to me, and that way I can show it to the stream if he actually does it.
You better tip him if he does.
Right, we're going to get back onto topic. As we normally derail ourselves, and today seems to be the same. Going back to the salvage matrix, as Carl was explaining, it's a way to modify your weapon, add mods, and also remove mods as well, so that you can save them and put them onto other weapons. It seems to be a way that you can add stats. Sorry. coughing there. Yeah, so you can add stats and increase your attributes to the weapons. Anybody have any ideas on what these things may be?
If you're talking about stats, I'm thinking you just mean attaching the mods, right?
Yes, but the mods also have stats for the weapon as well that it gets on, so it increases or decreases,
Yeah, but-
like recoil and melee damage and stuff like that.
Lots, can you pitch in on that? What kind of stats do the mods have?
What kind of stats do the mods have? What mods?
The weapon mods?
The weapon mods.
Weapon mods.
Oh, things like you can get barrels that'll give you crit multipliers. I currently have a barrel on I think it's my sniper rifle that'll give me a 1.15 multiplier to my crit damage. There are other things that'll increase your reload speed. Things for BMGs that'll increase your link time or your total amounts of links you can have.
We're also seeing that there's in chat like recoil reduction on stocks and reload speed and less bloom. Does anybody know what bloom is?
I would assume bloom is your weapon spread.
Yes.
I was about to
So
say, I
do
know
we-
what a graphical bloom is.
Yeah.
So, for example,
bloom.
if you have a shotgun with like minimum bloom, it will be better at range. So it's basically accuracy.
Shotgun sniping, like in Battlefield 3.
Weapon bloom is generally your crosshairs. The more you fire, the crosshairs will actually start spreading apart the longer you fire.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
That
sense.
is weapon bloom.
Ah, that's
Gotcha.
nice. Because I'd seen it and I was going, I know what it should mean, but I don't know the actual meaning. No,
But then, I mean, what is the difference between your rectangle getting bigger and your bullet spreading more? Isn't that like the same thing?
It is the same thing, but the bloom is it's a term used for the actual reticle. The
Okay.
reticle is just your weapon spread. The wider your crosshair gets, the more spread your gun will have. If that makes any sense.
So there may is there an actual like weapon spread stat, or is it just bloom is the stat? There's not two. There's just bloom.
I can check right now. There is yes, there is a bloom stat.
yeah, I saw on the live stream on Friday that there was that, and stuff like recoil, mag size, and fall off damage as well. So it looks like they were saying that some weapons, like I don't know, the SMG that has a high rate of fire is good at close range, but isn't so good at long range.
Someone on stream chat is making a very smart comment that only shotguns have a bullet spread, which makes sense because shotgun is the only weapon that I know of that shoots like multiple projectiles at the same time.
That's a really good point, because IRL there isn't any bullet spread necessarily.
Yes.
It's you moving your hands because of the recoil.
Exactly.
So that actually makes a lot of sense. Wow, I've just had a revelation. I need pizza now.
All right. I think Cal wants to go order some pizza now because everyone's ordering pizza.
Yeah, I just all hate you guys. No sleep, 7 liters of Red Bull, and no pizza.
I will be right back though. I got to yeah. And as well as the special instructions, I cannot do any special instructions, guys. I'm sorry. The field was actually too small for me to add the special instructions. It was like only 10 character limit, so I was like, damn.
Mermaids. Just add in mermaids.
So I will be right back. I'll be back in about a minute or two. You guys can continue asking questions. I'll jump in.
So I think that covers the Salvage Matrix, Jimbo.
Just a bit. The only other thing that I saw from the stream was that you can't fit one mod to a different type of weapon kind of thing. So if you had a stock for a sniper rifle, it won't fit on an LED, a machine gun or a SMG.
I'm sorry, Jimbo. Can you repeat that? Someone was offering to order me pizza, which is really kind, but it's almost 2 a.m. here and everything is closed. So that's very sweet of you, but that's not necessary. So can you rephrase that?
Yeah, just saying that if you had a sniper rifle stock, that stock won't fit on an SMG or an assault rifle.
Yes, mods are specific to each weapon type, as far as I know.
Aye. So, right, the next one of the main things, and I really enjoyed this section on the actual live stream, is that they showed off either the actual pre-order item or a variant of it. So they actually showed the red Dodge Challenger that they are putting, well, that they've recently put into the pre-order bundles, which is kind of cool, and it's a 2-seater one. So, Matt, that's your kind of area of expertise, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I acquired a honey bun, so I'm occupied.
Can we please
What
stop
is with
talking about
everybody eating?
food?
Right, I
I
can't.
love
say
you,
this.
Cal.
I've got nothing here. I'm screwed, and I've ran out of Monster.
We will never get through this podcast, by the way.
Thanks so much for this
No, we're doing
podcast
good. We're doing
being
good.
1 hour.
We're doing good. We're doing good. Oh yeah, no, this isn't gonna last 1 hour. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, for the sorry. Sorry, I acquired a honey bun. That needs to be a meme right now. What the hell? I tell you what, when we actually go and do this live, we're going to need to do a 2-hour podcast or something like that. Something like the Gaming Station podcast where it's like nearly 3 hours long.
That's exactly what I was thinking about.
Now, I'm sorry, the guys in chat, you cannot blame me for being hungry now. You have to blame Lust, Cal, and Matt, because I have no food and Cal's speaking about it all.
I can send you a honey bun.
It will be there.
Like, I
now.
have a box full of honey buns. I'm serious.
It will probably arrive around the time that Matt gets his Defiance t-shirt from me.
Oh no!
Oh,
Just for
burn.
that, I'm going to get a Dr. Pepper.
I don't care if you're hungry, keep talking. That's what S'more says.
For any of you that don't know, Cal received a load of T-shirts when he went to Gamescom last year. Now this is back in what, August, was it?
No. Saying last year makes it sound like it's like ages ago. It
It
was in
is,
August.
It's August.
It was in August.
Over 6 months ago.
You make it sound way longer than it has been.
A load of what t-shirts?
Right. He got a load of Defiance T-shirts. It's basically I don't know what it's called. I really should know, but the statue of the guys holding up the flag. I can't quite remember where it is in America. Do you know what I'm on
The
about?
World War II monument?
Yes, that one.
Yeah, that one. I should know that one. I'm an American citizen. I should know that one. Oh, dear.
There's a T-shirt with a logo like that on the front of it. And Carl got a load. I got mine when I met him in December, and Matt's still not got his yet.
Actually, Omni and some other viewers of our podcast got t-shirts as well.
We did a competition, and they
Yeah,
got
and
before
even
Matt
they
did
had
as
them
well.
sooner than Matt. So yeah, I'm sorry, Matt.
I should have Caliber send me one of those. Sounds very
Oh,
awesome.
I have one left.
He just happens to
Lust.
have one. You know what? You know, it's fine. It's fine. I'll email someone to try and I'll get them to send me one.
Right. Yeah. So we're going Dodge Challenger, nice red and shiny.
Yes.
And we also saw Greg was driving around in an orange one as well. And we've seen some other colours, not excluding the ones that we've seen on the Alpha stream, which I really want to talk about, but we can't because that would be classed as, I think, breaking an NDA rule there somewhere. So, Matt, do you want to explain about the Dodge Challenger?
So I'm not sure actually how much I can talk about it. I know I can talk about obviously the pre-order one. Would it be okay to talk about the other?
The murder car? No.
The
Mermaids?
mermaids. Mermaids.
No, the murder card. No, we'll stick to the pre-order one.
Okay, so Yeah, we talked about this on a little bit on the last podcast episode, but you do get a Dodge Challenger SRT8, this color red, when you pre-order Defiance, no matter where you pre-order it from. So that's pretty cool. And from what I think we've actually learned a little bit over the weekend, that it is currently the fastest vehicle in the game, which is interesting considering it's a pre-order vehicle. So I don't know.
It would be rewarding those who have picked it up earlier. And Cal, that was just mean.
Yeah, but did you just show the shirt on cam? Did you?
No.
No, I actually
show
went a
the
step
shirt.
further. I just showed the stream a mug with a very cool Fombach Industries logo on it.
Which I still have a spare.
Oh, you still have a spare? So
Oh,
I
you
could
have a
actually give
spare.
one out.
I love how I'm the only person on the team that has yet to receive anything. Anything.
We will sort you something out. Actually, I will send you one of the Von Buck t-shirts.
Thank you. Feeling the love from Jinbu, not from Cal though.
feel
Cal
some
doesn't like
love.
me.
Where's my t-shirts? Where's my love? Where's my hug?
I'll make
I want
you a
ponies.
T-shirt that says Von Bach on it. It's gonna be pretty plain though. It's just gonna have the text on it.
Yeah,
Fair
as
back.
Vuel said, you've got buns.
It'll be. I do have buns. I have buns.
Better
of
than
Dr.
having
Pepper.
baps. If anybody from England catches that reference.
But actually, no. The point I was making about the Challenger is that if it's the fastest vehicle in the game when the game launches, that means that everyone that pre-ordered is instantly going to have the fastest vehicle in the game.
Not. Yeah, I guess so.
There is. It just depends on how the ranking goes up in it. Because if it ranks the same as the other cars, then yes. But if it's kind of, what would you call it, stopped or slowed when you gain a level,
Yeah.
Then-
Yeah. Okay.
then they could do the balancing out somewhere like that. But it is. How many people are going to pre-order, do you think?
I imagine that. Or sorry, my mic may have cut out. I imagine anyone that's majorly interested in the game, or anyone that's a little bit interested in the game, is most likely going to pre-order. I mean, there's going to be some exceptions, obviously. People go out and buy it on day one, but I imagine a majority of the people would pre-order it, if not just reserve a copy.
Everyone should just pre-order. Just like, what is it, 4 billion pre-orders? Just up, done.
Something like that.
Let's beat Call of Duty's record, guys. We got this.
Yeah, pizza's not here, guys. It was just somebody honking their horn outside my house. I
Tease.
don't know why.
Did they have an
Someone,
art code?
someone on the stream hunted you down and decided to throw you with like pretending that your pizza was there. And that's not creepy at all.
Arkfall
know where you
Codes
live.
RK880P4 and DTOCHZ.
Yes, those are the Arkfall codes that launched a moment ago.
That didn't explain if the guy who was honking a horn had an art code for Arkfall. An art code. I'll just call them art codes from now on.
Yeah, I want shirts and ponies.
You don't get ponies. I want ponies. You get mermaids and penguins, apparently. Purple penguins.
Cal gets the mermaids. We can
But
eat
Cal's
his
the
face
one that
off
was
like
seeing
in
the
Pirates of
penguins,
the
though.
Caribbean.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that might be a problem. Cal, good luck with the mermaids.
As well as the Dodge Challenger, they also showed one of, or a couple of different outfits that are in the game. And one was a variation of the Ark Infiltrator outfit. Now, it was a different color. It was like a, what would you call it? Like a beige or a light brown or something like that. But it looked beefy as anything.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to respond to that.
Yes.
Brown and beefy.
Brown and beefy.
I'm not touching that.
It was a very hunky outfit, Jimbo.
Ah, it was beautiful, mate.
Would you describe it as a David Hasselhoff with kittens on him?
Don't
No,
remind me of that, really.
Actually, okay, someone just brought up a really interesting thing in chat. Do we think it'll be laggy on day one? I would say no, but there was a certain product that was released a week or two ago that's damaged my
Worst
opinion of online services.
launch ever.
with Diablo.
I would assume that because Tryon has experience in MMO launches, that they kind of know what they're doing.
Considering how smooth Rift launches, I'm less concerned about Defiance launching than I would be, say, at the start of Rift launch or any other major launches. I think Guild Wars 2 and Rift have been one of the only massive online games that had really successful launches. I'm guessing Tryon has the capabilities to do that for multiple projects. So
Yeah, but
yes.
on that, they've been PC projects. What
Well,
about the
obviously,
consoles?
yes.
They haven't done a console launch ever.
This is true. This is actually a very good point to bring up. We haven't. I've never seen a major. There's never
But-
really been a major MMO on consoles,
But
with the exception of Final Fantasy.
I would imagine though that this is also one of the reasons why they've partnered up with Namco
Yeah,
Bandai.
Bandai.
Yeah. But that's only really for distribution. It's not actually for the infrastructure, is it?
I don't know.
Um,
I mean, in either way, it also has to do with experience, though. I'd say.
Yeah.
DC Universe Online, somebody's saying.
oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, DCUO was on PS3.
But, I
Anybody
mean-
play
I
that
mean-
in chat? How was the launch for that?
I think the launch dates are the same. It's also the 2nd of April, if my memory serves me right.
Everything goes at the same time.
I mean, if you look at it like, it's the same servers. So, on Trion's side, if the PC launch goes successful, then the console side will also be kind of successful, as long as the clients are good. But that's the same as the PC game. So there's not that much difference between a console launch and a PC launch.
Yeah, at least on the server side.
So
Somebody's just brought up Dust 514 now. With Dust 514, that isn't particularly, in my opinion, an MMO. That is still just an FPS game with a larger linking.
Yeah, that and Dust. Well, yeah, in the perspective that it's not the one open world, but there's also that game has had a pretty. I'm not going to say open beta, but if you wanted to get access to that game, you can get access to it very easily. And that's been. I'm not even sure. Dust 514 is out, yeah.
It's in open beta now, I think.
Okay, well, pretty much they've had a really long time where they've had a ton of people on their servers. So even when it does come out, there's not going to be like a huge slam influx of players, because pretty much if someone really wants to play the game now, they can. I mean, I got my key a long time ago.
Yeah, we're going majorly off topic now.
Nah, we were talking about honey buns and ponies
we never
earlier.
do that.
No,
Honey
but-
badger don't care.
No, but to be honest, I think the launch for Defiance is going to be all right. And if it isn't, I'm not going to hear the end of it from Cal.
Yes.
Yeah.
No one is
yeah.
going to hear the end of it from Cal.
Well, thankfully, I have that whole week off, so I don't really have to. There's no reason for me to get angry if there's a little bit of problems, because I expect maybe the servers might be at least a little bit laggy on day one, just because. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, there's a lot of unexpected things that can happen. That's not necessarily Trion's fault, but I imagine that if we took a brand new developer who's never really handled a launch before versus Trion's going to win, because they've had a lot more experience with MMOs because of Rift. But yeah.
Now, we've been talking about the Arkfall Codes tonight, and we've already said that 2 have been released during the stream as well. Now, there was talk about how the codes would benefit from the PC, the Xbox, and the PC. Now, we already know that it's going to be easy on the PC because that's going to be the main platform. Well, I say the main platform.
Yeah, that's not really true.
Don't
I
say
know
that,
it's not
people
really
will get
true.
angry.
I know, I was going to explain myself until you butted in.
Well,
It's too late now.
I know it's
Fine.
too late now. But
you
anyway.
should have expected it from us.
The Arkfall Codes, the way that you input them is on PC, and I would say with the PC beta being a primarily thing, it's going to be easy to link them. Now, they said that it's going to be just as simple as linking your accounts from your PlayStation to your China Master account. So
Yeah.
that's going to be an easy way of doing it.
Yeah, I mean, services have done that before. Now, I don't know about with Xbox, but I know a prime example I can think of is when Portal 2 was released on the PS3, they just had you link your Steam account, and then it was basically the same thing. I would assume that when you launch Defiance, it asks you for your try-on username and password, and then you're good to go. You're playing on the same
Fuel
account.
has linked a thing for your account management, where it looks like you get a 15-digit code that links your Tron account worlds to your console keys.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
that's
that makes
pretty
sense.
sweet.
Yeah, when you launch the game, it will probably give you the code, and then you just pop it in. So yeah, that works too.
Another important thing to mention is that you only need one Trion account, even if you are, for example, playing on the Xbox 360 and PC.
Mm-hmm.
So
They actually said they
just want
prefer
to throw
you
that out
to
there.
have one account, don't they, instead of making three.
That makes sense.
Yep. That also makes it a lot easier to manage your stuff. But you won't be able to play the same characters.
Indeed, correct.
The servers are separated. Microsoft. But yeah, the PS3, the 360, and the PC servers will be separate. You can use the same account, but you can't play the same characters cross-platform.
Now, speaking of servers, they were saying about the regions of the servers. Now, as it stands, there's going to be a North American server and a EU server. So you get Europeans and your Americans playing on their respective. That's the word. Respective servers. Now, you're not locked to just one server.
Yeah. It's not region locked, as in you can choose which server you play on.
And from what I gather, you can also play on both servers, but with different characters.
I've heard mixed things about that, and honestly, the only reference I've gotten is from Friday's stream, and I have yet to actually go through and fish for that, but some people are saying that you can still play with your friends no matter what. Now, I don't know if they're referring to being able to play on either server with your character, or if they're referring to making a character on both servers, but I would assume that it's going to be make a character on both servers. I don't think, like, if you make your character on the North American server, I don't think you can play on the Europe server with that character. But I honestly
They did that
don't know.
with Rift, didn't they?
Did they do that?
I know that I played on the Europeans and the North American servers with Rift, but I couldn't play the same character.
Yeah, well, I guess it's a little bit different with Defiance, because I'm not even sure if there's going to be separate North American servers. Like with Rift, you had 5 or 6 different realms when the game was released per region. I'm not sure if it's the same way with Defiance. I don't think it will be.
They didn't have phases though, did they? Or
no, they didn't. No.
I hear the pizza man. Someone says.
Say again, man.
Somebody says I hear the pizza man.
Is the pizza man there?
Is he? I want the
No,
pizza.
I don't think so.
Send me some pizza. You're on the East Coast, I know
Looking out the
that.
window now to see it.
It's supposed to be here at 9:25 from what the thing says.
Oh God, man, it's taking them forever to make pizzas. God.
Well, I ordered
It's actually like a
the
45-minute thing here.
They don't do the whole. If your pizza's not there in 30 minutes, you get a pizza free, whatever. Because they canceled that due to back in the 70s. I think they had that same thing going on, but it caused their delivery men to actually start rushing their orders and ended up getting into a wreck and killing somebody.
Holy shit.
So they stopped doing that.
Yeah, that's kind of getting killed over a pizza.
Holy
It's not
crap.
really a good deal.
No, it's horrible.
I take my pizza quite seriously, but that goes a little bit too far.
Yeah.
Right. One of the pre-order things that we get, or with the art codes anyway, they get are lock boxes. Now, these were they were explained what the lock boxes are. Who of you wants to explain them?
I think Lusty
I'm
is in
actually
the...
messing with the lockboxes right now.
Yeah, he has a lot of experience with them. I know.
So, Lust, then, what are the lockboxes?
Lockboxes are boxes that you essentially what you do is when you salvage down your weapons, you'll get key codes, and you can use these key codes plus a bit of script to open these lockboxes. These lockboxes will give you various items such as shields, weapons, or grenades of uncommon or higher quality. I'm probably going to go for tier 3 lockbox here in a minute, but as you can see, I got like purple weapons. I got that from the lockboxes. Essentially, they'll just give you just randomized weapons that could be either worth it or not worth it. It's more like gambling in a way, but it could pay off.
Now, they were saying that you can get anything from low end gear to high end gear, and they were even hinting that you could probably even get outfits out of it.
I haven't seen any outfits coming out of one of them yet, but as far as gear, the gear that you get seems to come out based on your character's level.
So somebody's saying it's a crapshoot.
Also, just want to ask stream chat here. Has anyone seen a brown duster / trench coat outfit yet? Because I really want one. I'm playing Survivalist, so I'm assuming there's going to be one. I know there was one in the original E3 trailer that was kind of like a punk black trench coat with chrome stuff on it. I don't want that, no. I just want a duster. I want a Western duster, and I'll be satisfied when I see...
Do you want like clothes under it, or do you want just the duster?
Just the duster. I want to be the
Okay.
creepy guy in the park that flashes people.
Okay, I don't think that's going to make it in game.
Someone said they've seen a black duster, which I think isn't that off the sniper like character from one of the trailers.
Yeah, the guy that was in the trailer was holding a sniper rifle. I'm not sure if it was the survivalist archetype, but boxers with hearts, yes.
Right, boxes with that. Is it? I don't know how to pronounce it. Shahid. I don't want to pronounce it like I think I pronounce it. But from the looks of the stream that they did, that it goes what for the ranking of weapons: white. I would say white, green, blue, purple, maybe.
Caliber also told me that there's going to be, I believe, yellow and orange as well.
Wait, what are we talking about now?
Weapon
The
colors.
rarity weapons.
I believe it's white, green, blue, purple, orange.
Also, purple isn't the top tier.
No, it's orange.
Okay. Orange, that's... I wish MMOs would have a standard system, because every time a new MMO comes out, I have to learn the colors.
Oh my, Guild Wars 2,
Oh god,
entirely,
no, don't even talk about that.
Minds fucked me. Every time I was like, yes, and then I was like, oh no, this is like worse. And I was like,
Yeah.
wow.
I had that issue with Guild Wars 2 as well.
They should
just
have
really weird.
pink. I think that would suit you fine, wouldn't it, Cal?
Well,
Matches.
the people who've been watching the stream know I'm really into pink Hannibal quads. I was really happy 2 days ago when I purchased one. So yes.
Right. Well, I think we're gonna.
New Arkfall code apparently. Oh no, wait, never mind. That's
That's the
No,
old
it's the
one.
same one. That's number 80.
I was about to say that too.
I think now. I really need to update my art code because I think I'm only at like 65.
I updated them as we were doing the last podcast. I haven't updated them since then.
It's nice to see that you're paying attention, Matt.
I was paying attention. It just involves copying something from a table, then pasting it, then hitting enter.
Yeah, but you still. Well, it takes a lot for you to concentrate on things, man.
Look. When you guys are talking, I kind of phase out sometimes.
That explains a lot.
Why do I keep you around, Matt?
I'm gonna go listen to the first podcast. Jeez.
Isn't that
One
what
moment.
I called it?
No, you called it a podcast. I'm gonna go listen to the first podcast we ever did, and I'm gonna start. I'm gonna take notes of things that I responded to then, and I'm gonna randomly interject into our newer conversations with responses to conversations we had months ago. It'll be
Wow,
glorious,
Matt
and
check
no one will know
soundboard.
what's happening.
All right, I'm gonna open up a tier 3 lockbox here. If yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and give an example. I just now got 24 key codes, and I have 2,000 script. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna double click this to buy this, and it'll automatically open, and it'll give me a random assortment of 3 items of uncommon quality or higher. So I got a blue auto scatter cannon, got a blue swarm cannon, and I got a blue birdshot pump. I'm actually surprised I didn't get a purple out of that.
Someone in chat is asking to explain the Arkfall codes. I'll kind of handle that. So basically, something they're doing to
Just keep going.
something I just saw Calver respond. Something that Tryon is doing as kind of a marketing. I'm going to say scheme, but I don't mean it like that. As kind of a marketing scheme is to hide these little 4 or 5 digit codes around in various places. We've seen them in videos. We've seen them on advertisements
We've
on
seen
sites
them
like
in our
MMORPG.
ego grid.
We've even seen one that they cleverly hid in our ego grid. We found that ourselves. We didn't even know it was in there. But essentially, you find all these codes and you go to your My Ego page on the Defiance website, and you enter these codes, and depending on how many codes you enter, you get certain rewards. Like, if you enter 68 codes, you'll be level 11, so you'll get like a Firestorm unlock. I'm not exactly sure what that does, but basically there's, see how many, there's 4, 5, 10, there's 15 unlocks you can get total. And you need 120 codes total to unlock all of those unlocks. But
Although they
based
have
on,
said that they're releasing around 150 codes, aren't they?
Yes, and you need the 120.
Yeah,
So
they're probably
we
doing
should
that
be
because
plenty
they
to
assume we
see.
won't find them. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, there's been a load that we haven't found, as we've already said, but we have. Well, there are quite a few people looking out for them.
Yeah, that thread, man.
Best
the-
thread ever.
Yeah, it's got shed loads on them, and they're not only just looking at like images and stuff like that. They're actually me and Cal were speaking when we were doing the Defiance grid, the ego grid, and we were like going, how can we hide the code? And it's like, right, well, you could select this amount of things and it'll pop up. Yeah, we'll do that. And then somebody pretty much hacked it.
It's not
Well,
entirely true.
not
though.
hacked it.
No. I've built it in such a way where I made it a little bit harder for someone to not like find it in the code, but I did not want to like completely make it impossible to do, because I do think it's a viable way for, say, a developer to like go through the code, see, to understand what I'm doing, and then just extract the code. I think that's just as okay-ish as like trying to figure out what combination we were going for at the time. So yeah, I just want to slightly correct you there. That it wasn't really a hack. It was just as intended as someone messing around with the Axio clicking on the grid itself.
Yeah, the first time I saw it, I kind of clicked on random things.
Right there, we're going to say about this. We've got the next or the latest update to roll out, but I think we've decided, haven't we, Cal, that it's going to stay like that until launch, only because of the amount of updates that may be coming to it.
Yes and no. We might bring an update in between just to like refresh it a little bit, get people to play around with it again, and so we can add some localization to it as well. But I think it goes without saying that the Ego Grid will only become in a really like release ready state where you can actually trust where everything is and what all the description is when we're actually live. So expect that like on launch state to be as you would want it to be, and the updates in between are kind of bonus when I'm not doing anything and not streaming. Like, yes, I think like, well, let's push an update live.
Yeah. Now, there is a thread on the forums. Now, the people with Android phones might already know this. There is a mobile application out there for Defiance now. A fellow called Dominion has put one together, which is kind of cool. And you can see it all on your phone with dev trackers and stuff like that. Now, we've been in talks with him over the last week. Well, would you say it's the last week, Cal?
Last few days.
Yeah, the last few days. And what we've decided is the mobile app is now going to be coming under the Defiance Central name. So thank you very much, Viol, for linking that in chat. We're now working with Dominion to bring everything together with all the assets that we have and all the assets that he's had. We're bringing it together so that if you want to get the podcast through the app, you can. And if you can, sorry, I'm watching Matt Lush stream and nearly have a grenade go off in his head.
Yeah.
I just saw it sticking there. It's like one of those World War II things when you have the potato masher come over the wall and it just lands next to you, isn't it?
Sorry, did you just call it the potato masher?
Just say yes, Lost, and not politely back away slowly.
I didn't say potato masher.
No, I said potato masher. You don't know what the potato masher is?
I think I might know what it is. I've just never heard it called a potato masher.
It's the German grenade.
Isn't there a different name? Were they actually called potato mashers?
Some of you who've actually played Red Orchestra or Red Orchestra 2 will know what the potato masher term is because it's used commonly there.
I am right. It is the German grenade, isn't it?
Yes. It's general slang. Yes.
Anyway, back to the mobile app.
You want me to expand a little bit on what you're trying to say, Jim?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Basically, we currently have a database and our plans for various tools for Defiance, which we'll be pushing, which we've already pushed launch, and we'll be pushing more at launch as well. Now, when we saw Dominion's app, we were happy to see his expertise on the mobile app platform as well. As it turned out, he's using much of the same technology as we are. So for that reason, we've decided to team up. So therefore, we can share information, share one database, and basically bring most of the tools to multiple platforms quite easily. This means that features like having the eco calculator on your mobile phone and possible other tools that we're going to launch. I'm not going to make it much more specific than that. Can be expected on the mobile phone shortly after it's been released for the website itself. Other than that, small things like overviews of what all the perks does, what vehicle does, we can now collect that in one place and push it live for multiple platforms. So that's kind of the idea there.
It's also the fact they also beat us to it.
Well, quite honestly, I wouldn't have invested my time to make a mobile app simply because, yeah, that's another thing I need to like keep up to date on. So that most likely wouldn't have happened without him, to be honest. So that's just absolutely great too, in my opinion.
We'll also be looking at releasing it for the iPad, the iPhone.
To be honest, the way it's set up, like technology-wise, we can easily port it to just about any mobile platform.
Yeah, the thing about putting it on the iOS store is the thing about putting it on the iOS store is that they have interesting admission requirements. So I think he's actually stated that. Goodness.
Yeah, he wants to get a release ready, a version 1.0 before he releases it to the ISO.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, Apple has an interesting admission policy on apps, so it's a lot easier to get on the Android store. But that's cool. So it will be there eventually.
So keep an eye out in the next few days, next week, for the next version of the mobile app. It is bringing Defiance Central into it, which is cool. So we're going to get it out there, and hopefully people will like it and keep giving feedback to us.
Jimbo, are there any plans to have me on the podcast sometime? We haven't really talked about this, so just figured I would ask.
About Dominion?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't see why not. If he wants in on it, then I'm certain.
Well, we should definitely at least have him a few times to talk about his own application.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There and yeah, we'll certainly do that. Right, we're going to probably start wrapping this up now. There is how many hours? Is it 2 or 3 hours left of
3
roughly of the alpha? The Twitch partner alpha streaming. So we're going to let Cal and Lust get back to that.
I need more Red Bull.
Yeah, and Cal needs to go get more Red Bull. Just going to do a little bit. If you have not got the game, there are a couple of chances on the actual Defiance forums to win the game. A couple of guilds have actually got a copy of the game. Either they've bought it themselves or they've got it from somewhere, and they're giving it away. You've got Vox Industries. They are giving it away. I still believe they're doing it from Design Your Own Hellbug, I believe. And they also do other competitions. I know they're giving away a game today because it's St. Paddy's Day. So go check them out. And the other one is from Bulwark. They're giving away just a simple click and enter one. You can find that on their website. Other than that, we've had members of the community still joining the Community Link program, which we are quite happy about. They can be found on the Defiance Central website, which is defiance-central.com. And you can find all the details on there to join the Community Link program as well. This weekend's been a bit more lax than it has been because of this alpha streaming thing. I've been answering questions and helping moderate the chat here on Lust's Twitch channel. So look out for it over the next few days, except for tomorrow night, because Game are doing the release, not the release, a lock-in event, and tomorrow is Manchester, so I'll be there from about 5 o'clock. So if this is up by tomorrow, Matt, hint hint, just keep checking. I say this every week now. You
just put him on the spot and almost like make sure
I have class
there's
tomorrow.
no way back.
Jesus.
No, it probably won't, but all the guys in stream, if you're from the UK and you're around Manchester, Matt, keep your panties on. You can find me in Manchester from about 5 p.m. and you can go from there. We'll do a meet-up. The event starts at 7:30, so we'll have plenty of time to get to the event. And that's about it for this week, I think. Matt, where can you find us?
You can find us at Twitch.
Twitch?
I'm sorry, I've been on Twitch way too much. Twitter.com/Defiance Central, Facebook.com/community.Defiance Central, Defiance-Central.com, Twitter.com/DefianceCal, Twitter.com/Jimbu3D, Twitter.com/MattTrek, and also throw out Lust's information, Twitch.tv/Lusts, Lusts, and I believe it was Twitter.com/LustyTV.
Correct.
Yep.
And
from all the Facebook and stuff at the beginning of the Twitter, because unfortunately I've forgotten about it. Well, I haven't forgotten about it. I can't remember it.
Oh, I got you. It's Facebook.com/LustyTV.
Okay, well, thank you very much, guys, for listening. We've had a constant, about 120 listeners listeners and viewers. So thank you very much. This will be uploaded to YouTube eventually. If you want to post your comments on there, we all would be grateful. We've had some really nice comments recently. And what do you guys think about us going with live podcasts in the future?
Screw it, we'll do it live.
Screw it, we'll do that. Yeah.
I don't have an issue with
It doesn't really matter because we never really edit stuff out anyway. So in that regard, I really don't care if we do it live or not.
I mean, really, the only time I edit things is if there's something serious. I mean, I like to think that we're a pretty laid back podcast anyway.
Yeah, we just don't care.
I don't know if that was the original goal, but that's certainly what's happened. I mean, we're still okay. Well, the people in chat want us to do it live.
Do it. Great idea. Yeah, which means we would probably have to fork out for the Skype stuff anyway.
Nah, I wouldn't mind shelling out like $10 a month.
Yeah, I can easily wrap up something that does a better job with the webcams though, and then we can use TeamSpeak with for voice. So
we'll figure it out. I still need to figure out my webcam situation.
Either way, let's get back to some Defiance gameplay.
Right, so thank you very much, guys. We're going to be stopping the recording for the podcast. While Lusty is AFK, probably finding his pizza. We'll answer some questions for you or whatever we can, and enjoy it there. So thanks for listening, and see you next time.